Donald Trump under criminal investigation over his handling of classified documents and his obstruction of that investigation is where we begin the hour with some of our favorite reporters and friends. NYU law professor and former clerk to Judge Sonia Sotomayor, Melissa Murray, is back, plus former Senator Claire McCaskill is back with us as well. And with me at the table for the whole hour, Kim Atkins-Storr, senior opinion writer for the Boston Globe. Melissa, take us through the significance, in your view, of these documents going to Special Counsel Jack Smith.
I mean, it is exactly as you say, Nicole. These documents have the potential to reveal exactly what President Trump knew at the time those documents were taken from the White House and removed to Mar-a-Lago. As he has said repeatedly, the president can simply declassify things by thinking about them. But these letters potentially show that, in fact, he was advised that there was an actual process of declassifying certain materials, that there were particular processes for certain kinds of materials. And the National Archivist had actually advised them and told them how to do this. So he had knowledge of this process. He knew that he could not simply declassify things by saying it was so and removing them to Mar-a-Lago. And so he not only has unlawfully removed them to Mar-a-Lago by failing to comport with the declassification process, he has also potentially obstructed the search for them by keeping them there and not revealing what he has known thus far.
And Melissa, the government has already showed us some of what they are building on the obstruction side. It is in sort of these extraordinary releases of documents because of the extraordinary nature of going to a judge to seek approval for a search of Mar-a-Lago. So we know that they had evidence, and part of the reason they went before a judge to search Mar-a-Lago was they had probable cause to believe there was more evidence of obstruction. How do you assess the strength of the government's obstruction case?
I mean, again, most of the time with cases like this, it's not the actual crime or act. The cover-up is really the issue, the obstruction, the sort of corollary efforts that are made to conceal what earlier had been done. I think that's a big part of what's going on here, sort of process crimes that are adjacent to the underlying crime. So, yes, it is a crime to remove the material from Mar-a-Lago, but refusing to be forthcoming about how much material is at Mar-a-Lago or whether or not you are going to be forthcoming in the future about turning that over, that too becomes part of the criminal activity. And that's usually where they can really get you.
Claire, I want to read more from CNN.